In other news worth your attention, at least in the lead up to the elections, traditional leaders under the banner of the SADC Unified Traditional Medicine Practitioners are hosting a ceremony called mphahlo to appeal to the ancestors for peaceful elections next week. Officials from the IEC and the SAPS are expected to attend. Watching those developments is our reporter Lutendo Bobodi, who joins us now live. Lutendo, this is different, even though, we live in a context where the idea of appealing to the ancestors for any kind of good fortune is commonplace. People don't usually associate it with the elections.
Yeah, thank you so much, Peps. Ayanda, we need some divine intervention from the from the bosom of the beyond. We have already seen violence erupting here in the province, where some members of ANC and some members of EFF, or purported members of EFF, clashed in Seshego. These are some of the unfortunate incidents that have been happening already. We have also seen banners of certain political parties being destroyed and being removed or being obscured by banners of other political parties. This is a massive event here. We're talking about an event where traditional healers from across the SADC region are here. As you can see here behind me, we also have international media covering this event. This event is called mphahlo, upasa. That means performing rituals in prayer and petition to ask the ancestors and the Almighty for peace during election. But for more on this, I'm joined here by SADC United Ancestral Traditional Practitioner Association President, Professor Mphahlo. Professor, thank you so much for your time. Talk to us about this event. What is going on here?
Well, thank you so much. It's a very good event. The reason why we have done this is because as we as traditional practitioners, sometimes we have a vision, sometimes the ancestors tell us what is going to happen. We have noticed that in our country, in South Africa, especially in particular, that we're going to have an election. We have so many political parties, and we have learned that some of them, they cannot tolerate each other. And we have this situation here in Seshego in Polokwane, which is unfortunate. So we decided to summon all traditional practitioners around the continent and around South Africa in particular to have this summoning of our ancestors the whole night. We have been drumming here, asking our ancestors, asking the late leaders of our countries. We can mention Sisulu, we can mention Mandela, we can mention all of them, and our ancestors as well, to calm down. Please make sure that we don't want violence in South Africa. After election, or even now, before the election, we don't want violence. We want peaceful election. That's what we are doing. And today we are celebrating 30 years of democracy. As traditional practitioners, we never had a chance of performing our rituals by then, but now we can celebrate our performances.
Yeah, and the process itself, mphahlo, upasa. What happens? Just talk us through that process.
This process is something that is sometimes we can not mention and you cannot understand. What we do here, the traditional practice, when they come here, we first summon ancestors, we do sniffing, we do put a traditional beer, and then we start drumming. And the spirit will come. The spirit will come out from each practitioner, and the spirit will inform us what we must do. If the ceremony went very well, if the election will go very well, that's the reason we do this. And it's not the first time. All the time we do this when we have a lot of events in South Africa, but this one, it came to my mind that no, we have to stand up as traditional practitioners. We cannot fold our hand, otherwise we'll see a lot of blood here. Some of people, they ignore it. Some of people, they don't want to respect it, the constitution. Some of people, they cannot tolerate one another. So we want them to tolerate each other, let them campaign peacefully.
Yeah, you're talking about tolerance or lack of it. We've seen violence in Seshego this past Sunday. What do you say about it?
Oh, it's unfortunately, definitely it's unfortunately. In 30 years in democracy, how can people still do this? When you see a person wearing a different T-shirt, that's why in this ceremony, we prayed, we asked ancestors to give a good heart to all political parties, not to each political, all political party. So this unfortunately, how can you fight your brother just because he's wearing a different T-shirt, just because he's belonging to the other political party? You can't do that in 30 years. Let's respect each other. order. Let's give peace. Let people campaign peacefully. Whoever wins, we must support whoever's going to win. And please, a person or a political party who's going to take over, please look after us as traditional practitioners. People happen to forget us, so they leave us behind. Please, don't leave us behind, because we are here to help this country grow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
As you said, Ayanda, we're used to seeing Christian and maybe also Muslim organization coming through to perform rituals for whatever reason. Now we're seeing also traditional practitioners here doing the same. You know, as I said, we've seen violence here, some sporadic violence. We've seen intolerance in the province. And of course, as I said in the beginning, perhaps we need this divine intervention. The countries here from the SADC regions are represented. Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Swaziland, Eswatini are represented here. It's a massive event, as I said, Ayanda.
Absolutely. We'll need all the forces to converge to ensure that what happens this time next week is smooth without any glitches. Lutendo Bobodi, we appreciate the reporting. Lutendo's live to us there from Mavembe village in Limpopo. Certainly an important story that we'll keep tracking for you.